The goal of our project is to be able to identify and distinguish the suspicious activities from normal activities and thus alert police, hospitals, firefighters based on the activity or crime being committed. For this, we plan to use action recognition deep learning model to learn and identify the action from the videos. For this, we have decided to use the DCSASS dataset. It is a large dataset with almost 16,000 videos distributed among 13 classes. The videos are also labeled as normal or abnormal. So using this dataset, we also create a new normal class which contains all the normal labeled videos.
Due to the data being video data, we have to feed the data in the form of frames. To prevent time consumption during model training, we use FFmpeg to extract the frames separately. Then during training, we only take 25 frames from each video and resize the images into 224 cross 224 pixels. For this project, we have decided to use the slow fast model, which is a state of the art model in terms of action recognition. This model has two pathways, a slow pathway and a fast pathway. The slow pathway operates at low frame rate and extracts spatial features with a large stride. The fast pathway operates at high frame rate to extract the temporal features. The pathways are then combined to predict the activity. The base model for both pathways is based on ResNet 50 model.
We use Keras framework for creating the model and training it. First, we obtain the video clip location of all the videos in the dataset and store them in X variable. At the same time, we also create the Y variable which contains the one-hot encoding of each of the class of the respective video. We create a video to 3D object which is used to read the frames and create the video array. We use the stochastic gradient descent optimizer for learning using the learning rate of 0.01 and the momentum of 0.9. The data is divided into train, test and validation based on the 70-15-15 configuration. Due to the large amount of video data, it is not possible to load the entire data in the RAM memory at the same time. So we make use of Keras sequence generator to dynamically create the video input array batch-wise during training. For optimal training and based on the slow fast paper, we set mini batch to size 8. Since we run the code on Google Colab, there is usage limits to the training continuously. So we use checkpoint system to ensure that the model training can be resumed at any point. Accuracy and loss of the model during each epoch is recorded in an Excel sheet, and at the end of the training, the accuracy and loss graphs are plotted. After training for 100 epochs, these are the results of our model.
Once model has been trained, we can now try and predict the classes based on some test videos. This is the test video we will be testing now. This is related to arrests. So first we will have to get the model and put it into the output folder. This model will be the one that will be saved once we have completed training after 100 epochs. So first we will load the model over here. After this model is loaded, we have two different functions which will help us in extracting the frames we require from the video. Since we are giving direct video input, we have to first extract it. We will use OpenCV to extract the frames. Once model has loaded, now we can do the predictions. We will call this function, give the input as the video directory, give the model as the input, and make sure that the frames and the image size are the same as the model input shape. Upon running this, we will see that the prediction has been done and it has successfully predicted that the video is related to an arrest. Thus we can say that our model is able to predict properly. Thus we can say that we have successfully attempted an approach to detecting suspicious activities based on surveillance footage. We were able to use the slow fast model and we were able to get at to 84% test set accuracy, and the model also was able to distinguish between the normal videos and the suspicious videos. The only problems of this model would be the lack of drone-based data, which will cause problems as drones can cause a lot of uh, disturbances in the videos. The next, the scope of this project in the future would be to try and making positive and negative pairings and making a new evaluation metric so that the model will be able to much better identify the differences between normal activities and suspicious activities.